Hello Taurus, welcome to your mid-month reading. This is a love reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you this month or this mid-month. Now this is going to be from the 15th of October till the very end. And please remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Now, I have pulled out two archetypes. I'm going to be pulling out your energy as well as your person's. So, the archetypes are like one for each of you. I'm also going to be getting you a wisdom of the oracle and a moonology before we move on to your tarot spread. Okay, we have two. We have round and round, and we have thinker. Okay, let's get you a moonology real quick. Okay, that's way too many. I just need one, please. There we go. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal Moon. Alright, so on your side we have the prayer. The prayer archetype, so like we know, archetypes usually show up for us when there are certain parts of ourselves that we either need to enhance or to eradicate. Right? So I think that since it's a beautiful archetype to get, the prayer talks about surrendering. Actually, both the cards talk about surrendering to a different power. All right, let me take them one at a time. Now the prayer talks about surrendering your ego, surrendering your pride, surrendering the material, in a metaphorical way, of course, to that higher power that you have faith in. Okay, it's a very complicated way of just saying go with the flow. Okay, so stop putting up barriers for yourself. Sometimes we get into the nitty gritty of life, and then we want all our checklists to be ticked off to the T, and even if one of those little boxes aren't checked off, we panic, right? And then we struggle and we make life more complicated than it is. So I think what this card is trying to tell you is that you need to surrender. Just bow down and realize that there is a higher power controlling your life. Controlling is a very negative word. Let's say maneuvering you through this life, right? Now when it comes to your person, the animal, I can look at this two ways. Either your person does have a wild side, okay, and I feel like either they're very good at expressing themselves, they're very passionate, they're very raw, and they're very, very authentic, okay, or I can look at it as they are not being authentic enough, not in a manipulative way. I feel like they may not be very comfortable in their own skin, and if this is a conversation that you two can have, maybe this is something you could bring up. Okay, so it could talk about tapping into that animal instinct, being comfortable in your environment, within your relationship, and within who you are as a person. Okay, and not shying away from aspects of yourself that are well raw in their true form. Right? We are mammals, we are animals at the end of the day. We're highly evolved mammals, but we're animals nonetheless. And we all have those animalistic instincts that, sometimes we do tap into, and sometimes our brain tells us not to. Right? But I think a part of this archetype showing up is asking your person to be a little more authentic, like I said, and not like kind of hold back so much. You know what I mean? Now, your wisdom of the oracles, round and round thinker. So with the round and round card, there is a possibility that there are repeated lessons that you are being put through within this relationship. And I've said this in a couple of my previous videos. The universe is going to keep throwing situations at you if you don't learn the lessons that those situations come with. Okay, so till you learn that particular lesson, you will keep repeating that cycle. And it could be as simple as you and your partner don't get along on a particular topic. Let's say it's politics, right? So maybe the lesson here is to keep politics aside and not talk about politics within your relationship. I'm just giving you a hypothetical example. So the lesson you need to learn here is to Get rid of that drama quotient that comes in and kind of disturbs your peace of mind within this union, and just not bring it up again. So it's a very, very small example. So what lesson is it that you need to learn so that you don't repeat the cycle over and over again? Okay. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat and it refuses to jump out. Now with the thinker, I feel like this could be you, Taurus, because I know a lot of Taurians personally, and you guys are very, very you're perfectionists, okay? And considering your earth signs, you're very grounded, but there is a part of you that's very airy, in the sense you have to kind of have everything in a very organized manner till you're satisfied, okay? So I think with the thinker, it's making you think, like when I spoke about those checklists, you're making those checklists over and over again, and you're constantly trying to tick those boxes. And we'll see what this is about when we pull out your tarot. But I think a part of this oracle is asking you to get out of your head. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. So cardinal signs are Aries, Capricorn, Cancer and Libra. So you could be dealing with these signs, or this card is simply here to tell you to be bold and make the first move and not wait around. Queen of Wands on your side. I will be pulling out your major tarot spread before I clarify. The 10 of Swords. Yikes, Taurus. What is going on? Let me see. 5 of Swords. Okay. The 3 of Wands. The 2 of Swords. The Moon. Do you see that mirroring happening here? Let's get a mutual energy. That's way too many. Knight of Wands. Nice to see. Okay, let me give you a gist of what's going on here before we clarify. So, Taurus. With the Queen of Wands, I feel like you are giving yourself enough credit in terms of you've been through a lot and you know what it is that you want. Okay, you're not really confused about anything right now. Though, okay, Taurus, I take pride in being very honest on this channel and I don't like to sugarcoat things. Okay, but a part of me, seeing all of this, a part of me is feeling like you are trying to get away with something. Okay, in the sense that you're trying to look for shortcuts to fix whatever situation is bothering you, because with the 10 of Swords, I feel like you've reached your breaking point. You've been through a lot of pain within this union, and I feel like either you're trying to get out of it, Taurus, for some of you, or for some of you, you are trying to even out the playing field, but you're not being very honest about it. This is very weird. I'm sorry, but take it how it resonates. But the Queen of Wands is very nice to see here, which kind of is making me understand that you aren't losing yourself in this process. You're very grounded and you know where you're going and you know what you want. On your person's side, 3 of Wands, 2 of Swords and the Moon, there's a lot of, it's like they're waiting on you. They're waiting on you to make that decision. And as a result, it's making them very indecisive about what it is that they want. Okay. And with the Moon card, again, they're in the dark. Maybe you guys aren't really speaking. Or maybe there are some things that are hidden. Or maybe they are hiding some things from you. I don't know. But there's a lot of stalemate, stagnant energy here. And with the round and round wisdom of the oracle, I feel like you've been here before. And with the thinker, it is probably giving you sleepless nights, right? And now when I'm looking at the animal, I think your person is feeling caged. They are feeling like they don't have the freedom to not express themselves, but be who they are. It's like a part of them is walking on eggshells around you. Okay, and with the prayer, I think you're in a very kind of I'm going to do me energy, in a very like, it's like personal growth but with an agenda. Does that make sense? So it's like you want to work on yourself, you want to not give this situation too much importance, like, you know, you want to give yourself more importance right now, but you're not realizing that it is affecting your partner. Okay, yeah, let me get the clarifiers out and then let's see, let's try and make sense of this for you. Now this is the Nicoletta Ciccoli mini. The major arcanas in this don't have the majors written, and the illustrations are a little wonky, so please excuse me if I have to consult the little booklet. So 7 of Pentacles is clarifying the Queen of Wands. The 5 of Wands is clarifying, yeah, you see what I mean? 5 of Wands is clarifying the 10 of Swords. The Knight of Swords is clarifying the 5 of Swords. Okay. Now for your person, well, I need to see what this is. Give me a second. Well, that's the Empress. Okay. The Empress clarifying the 3 of Wands. The Page of Wands clarifying the 2 of Swords. I need to see what this is. Give me a minute. Sorry. Wow, this deck is super complicated. Oh, that's the World. Excuse me. That was a very long pause. I do apologize. Alright, the World clarifying the Moon. That's interesting. Let's get a clarifier. 4 of Wands. Clarifying. Okay, that's good. That's good. After all this chaos, your mutual energies are good. Okay. Let me get into this now. 7 of Pentacles clarifying the Queen of Wands. A part of you is feeling like I have put in a lot in this, whether it's time, energy, money, even resources, whatever, love. And you're at this point where you're like, I'm done. I've done as much as I was capable of doing and I cannot do more. Okay. With the 5 of Wands, it's like you want to put an end to all of the conflict that has come about within this relationship. Or this could be conflict with your partner, or it could just be conflict within yourself. You know, those arguments that we have within ourselves about should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I. I think a part of you is just done with it. You're like, no, I want this to be clear. I want this to be concise, and I can't deal with the bickering anymore. Okay. The Knight of Swords clarifying the 5 of Swords. I think, I'm sorry Taurus, but you're being a little sneaky about something. I don't know what it is. Okay, now this could be that either you're keeping an eye on them, it's like you want to communicate but you're not really stepping forward, and you're just kind of like spying on them from a distance, and not in a creepy way, but just like, I don't even blame you, okay, because if you've been through all of this, I don't blame you for sitting in that energy, right? But so tarot is there to guide you. It's there for advice. It's not a magic crystal ball that's going to tell you your future. Okay, it's there to help you understand the possible outcomes that you could be presented with and how you should deal with them. So I think the tarot here for you is advising you to not take shortcuts. It's advising you to make a clear-cut decision. If this is something you don't want, which I highly doubt because your mutual energies are beautiful, then you should walk away. But if it is something that you do want, Taurus, I think instead of just kind of playing it safe and putting your foot down and not making any moves, I think be authentic, be true to yourself, and stop trying to mirror the energy of somebody else. Okay, what would you do? Authentically ask yourself, if you were presented with this certain situation and you were being asked to not mirror another entity, how would you react? Would you approach this person again and speak your piece? Would you try and sort out the situation, or would you just kind of sit in the background, sit backstage and do nothing about it? Right? Because conflict resolution for Taurans is it's a priority. You don't like chaos. I mean, none of us do, right? But some of us don't really mind it all that much. You know what I mean? But Taurans are very grounded people and they hate chaos. So maybe it's time to, because like I said in my previous video, a lot of planets are going direct after being in retrograde for the longest time. So all that stagnating energy, especially within relationships, because we are in Libra season, it's going to propel us forward. It's encouraging us to take action. Okay, so maybe it's not the right time to just sit on the sidelines and expect things to magically turn themselves around. Now your person side, 3 of Wands being clarified by the Empress. I think your person is waiting to see growth in this. Okay, they are waiting, very kind of similar to this, but it's like a part of you is feeling kind of fed up about the amount you've put in, and you're maybe tired of waiting. I feel like your person doesn't mind waiting because they see the potential within this relationship. You know what I mean? Now, 2 of Swords, Page of Wands. So even though you're very indecisive, and even though there is a lot of indecision within this union between the 2 of you, there is a small part of them that cannot run away from the fact that there is a lot of passion here. Okay, they want to be adventurous, they want to take leaps of faith towards you, but your indecision is kind of holding them back. All right. The Moon clarified by the World. This is very interesting. I'm going to get another one, because one major clarifying another major doesn't really happen very often. Oh wow, a third major. Goodness me. Let me see. The Lovers. Oh, I'm so glad I did that. Okay. There will be an end to this whole I don't know what's going to happen here situation. Okay. Either them or you will break the ice. There will be a conversation that will be had, and it's going to bring about a completion. Because you see, okay, this is beautiful. Round and round, and the World. The World in the original Rider-Waite represents a laurel wreath. Okay, it's a wreath that goes around and represents all the fixed signs, and Taurus is one of them. You're one of them. So I feel like you will finally end this cycle, not the relationship, don't panic, but you will end the cycle of going round and round in circles. Does that make sense? Because I think everything that you were fearing, and all those truths that were being hidden, and there was a lot of disillusionment, I think all of that is going to be put an end to. Because you guys will realize that the love you have for each other is very, very strong. Okay, and there's no place for that chaos. Excuse me, I need to clear my throat. Stupid frog. Okay, so yeah, you can see things changing for the better here, and I think your person's going to have a major part to play in this. I do recommend, oh my god, I just realized this. Oh, I did not even put 2 and 2 together. You remember I said that planets are going direct and you need to kind of not stand still and kind of like just make the effort? Be bold and make the first move. That did come out for a reason, Taurus. So I think both of you are going to get out of this round and round going in circles energy and collaborate. Come together and realize you do love each other, and it's time to fix things, because it takes 2 to tango. If you're going to keep sitting and waiting for your person to come about and your person's going to do the same, nothing's going to happen. So be bold, make the first move, have that conversation, tell your person how much you love them, and figure it out. The mutual energy is stunning. The Knight of Wands being clarified by the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is that halfway to marriage card, okay, without sounding cheesy. And the Knight of Inspiration is that burst of energy, that be bold and make the first move energy. It's an energy of running forward, rushing forth. Oh, this reading is so beautiful. It's giving me goosebumps. It's like both the sides coming together at the same pace, at the same speed to work it out. It's like both of you have that drive and that passion and love for each other to make it work. But I think ego or whatever it is keeping you both at a standstill. So to break that ice, make the first move, Taurus, because the future within the next 2 weeks is looking beautiful for you. Okay, sorry about my throat, sorry about the constant clearing. I'm sure it was very disturbing for you, but well, it was a beautiful reading, so I'm not going to apologize. Have a beautiful rest of the month, Taurus. See you soon.